Welcome to the Foundation for the Study of Cycles. My name is Lars von Thienen, and every Monday, same time, same place, we meet here to have a short chat on cycle analysis. So today is a special session, yes. Why? Because I will introduce the way and workflow how to get intraday data sets from your data feed into the cycle scanner. More easy without the export, import, and manual upload. So stay tuned on that. Second, we will just do a quick review on Bitcoin, what I did last time. And that's the main topic for today. So if you're just interested in market cycles, stay for the first 5 minutes. I will have a short review of the Bitcoin cycles. We saw a great move in Bitcoin, so therefore let's have a quick review on that. And the second key topic for today is the special topic on uploading intraday data sets from your data feed into the cycle analyzer. Okay, so let's get started for today. By the way, as always, we are live, so please drop me your notes in the live chat section so I can follow your questions, and I will try to monitor it and give answers to your key topics for today. All right, thanks for joining me today. Point number one, Bitcoin. You are aware of the latest move. I mean, we know that I did long-term analysis in our last sessions. So today, let's just start with what I talked about in last week's session. And I would recommend anyhow to review that session if you have not seen this. So this is just a snapshot from this session. But the key I want to highlight is right on the screen, we were hovering around 30K for Bitcoin here at this point in time. So this was last Monday, by the way. And I told you that we are at the edge of the cycle to confirm that we can trust the long-term cycle, which I explained in lots of previous sessions, or not. So what happened now since the end of last session, it looks like the cycle hooked up again based on the historical findings for Bitcoin. We jumped, I think, we're close to 40K again. So it's just 20% to the upside from the comment from last Monday. So that was an important move to confirm our long-term cycle analysis. So that's why I repeat the topic here, because last week I said to confirm that this long-term cycle is still valid. We need to see very, very urgent, because we have passed the low here, that the cycle turns up. So this is also a kind of learning that cycles will fade out, and this is the point where you need confirmation or even failure. So I think during the last week we've seen the confirmation. So it looks like we have hooked now on the long-term cycle. And if you have watched the past session, you know what this might mean for Bitcoin. I will not do a daily cycle analysis today. I will do a 2-hour analysis on Bitcoin, as we are a little bit featuring the intraday cycles for today. So therefore, the long-term cycles have been confirmed. If you have not seen the analysis, I invite you to review the Financial Summit Cycles Summit and our last week live session from the previous week, which is in the archive. Okay, that's on Bitcoin. The 2-hour analysis on Bitcoin at the end of the session. So if you want to watch this, you need to wait for the next 15 minutes before I will introduce the intraday upload. Okay, so that's it. Bitcoin, interesting move. But now what's always interesting, and as an analyst, so this now applies to the analyst features, where we have more support and feature sets to intraday data sets, because intraday data sets, it's not just uploading a new data set, it's also making aware that the cycle scanner can deal with intraday data sets. So you need to add session breaks because we don't have continuous data. You need to tell the cycle analyzer where the cycle breaks are. It's not just pure daily. Each market and each asset has different training sessions. So that's a little bit more stuff. The data is flowing in even every minute. So you have much more data to deal with. So that's, and by the way, the most important point is you need to have a much better feeling and understanding for cycle analysis if you switch to intraday data sets, because intraday data sets are more noisy than daily data. So I only recommend to switch to intraday data sets if you have a lot of experience on cycle analysis anyhow. But assuming as an analyst, you know what I'm talking about. So let's concentrate on how to make this happen and how to make this happen more easily. First things first, if you log into the cycles analyzer today, you will see that there's a new menu feature which will show up. And if you go to the settings panel, you will now see that there is this brand new menu entry which is called upload key, right? So this is the place where you will grab a key which helps us to support third-party applications. So if I now move to this entry, and you can do this right away, so it's live already in the application, you will see the following page now. So it reads a data upload key. You will see your current upload key. If this is empty, you need to create your first upload key by just pressing this button here, create new key. Each key is, as a standard setting, valid for only 6 months, but this is just a security feature. You can always create new keys as long as you are a member of this analysis here. So it's just to rotate the keys every 6 months as a security feature. So just ensure that you come back here and create your new key. So once you have done and created your key, you are registered, you just copy and paste this key. You can do this manually or by clicking this button here, because this key now is required to sync with your data feed providers and to get the data into the cycles application. So this is the first important step you need to know. And this key, by the way, will help us even moving further into the future to connect different data feed providers. I will start today with the first one, with the community edition, which is available to everyone. You don't need to buy anything. So even with free data feeds and intraday data, you can start right away after the session here. Okay, so this is a very important feature which we have added to the application now, because this will allow us, again, and as said, to integrate third-party applications. Okay, step 1, grab your upload key from the cycle analysis application. Once you have done that, the way now how this works is, I will explain this with a free charting software, which is called MotiveWave. We have no connection to MotiveWave. They are not sponsoring us, whatever. It's just like, this is a free edition. It's a community edition, so you can download it, install it, and connect your data feed for free and get started right away. That's the reason I recommend that. There is no recommendation, and I will make no comment on the charting platform. And this is no recommendation to use this charting platform. This is pure an example how it works today and how you can use this application just starting today as a free version, and you can connect your data feed. That's the important point now. So once you have just downloaded this community edition from their website, which already, because you use your TradeStation account to trade, you can hook up their data feed from TradeStation, or you have a DTN account where you hook up your DTN IQ feed into whatever charting application, or you need Crypto Compare as an API to chart cryptocurrencies. So it's all there. You can connect almost any data feed you have already or any broker you are using already and connect it with this free application here. There's a lot documentations here, so I will not comment on how to do this. maybe just, and I even don't recommend to buy anything here. It's just please only use the community edition. In future editions of this series here, I will explain to do the same with other charting applications. Yeah, but right now, and it's free, just use it. And I'm just browsing through to the connections page here now, where you can have a quick view. You can connect everything you have already, and that's the nice thing about using MotiveWave, because they have connections to almost every data feed you can think of, and it's quite easy to get it started. Okay, so that's the second step. Download the free community edition, which brings you a free charting. And that's now move into MotiveWave. So this is just MotiveWave as an application once you have installed it. Here in this case, I've just connected Crypto Compare. By the way, Crypto Compare allows you to chart every crypto asset from intraday to daily. You can grab your key for free and you're ready to go on your own. So that's the free way to grab crypto data to chart it. It's not about MotiveWave. It's now just how do we get this intraday. This is a 1 minute, a 1 minute data feed here, which I have now charting here. The topic is I want to have a 1 minute feed in the Cycles application. So that's the purpose of our session here today. So how do I get this data now into the Cycle Analyzer without the painful process of exporting, saving, uploading, importing, and opening? So we know this is a painful process. This is the standard procedure which will stay anyhow, but let's assume you want to make this more easy. So what we will provide you now is a script which will extend your MotiveWave application. No, this is the wrong way. Your MotiveWave application. You will get a new menu entry, and this reads now FSC, Foundation for the Study of Cycles, and FSC dataset upload. So with this menu feature, it's a study, it's a script which we have pre-built for you, and I will show you just in a second where you can grab and download it right after the session, so that you are really able to do this right after the session here. You will see now this new indicator, and with this indicator, you will be able to, just with a blink of an eye and a click with the mouse, to get this 1 minute data set, whatever you have on the screen, into our Cycles application. So we run now this indicator here, which will read then FSC dataset upload. Dataset uploaded for the FSC Cycles platform requires valid API key Analyst. Okay, so now here you see you need to copy and paste the upload key, which you have seen just a minute ago, if you remember, in your Cycles application. That's the one here. This is what I wanted to show you. So this is now the key you need to copy and paste over into the script. By the way, don't try to use this key here. That's the way why you can always create a new key. Once the key has leaked or you've shown this to a colleague or whatever, ensure that this key will stay private. So right after the session, I will create a new key for me so that this will invalidate the existing key here. So that's also the reason why you should, from time to time, roll over existing keys here. Okay, so assuming we have done that and we have now put this into our analyzer here, not analyzer, in the MotiveWave script, we can then also add how much bars from the chart we want to push over to the Cycles application. I've told a lot of times why I'm not interested in too much past, so I'm limiting this to 900 data points, so 900 minutes of intraday data. We just say create, and that's it. You will see that short indication here shows up in the screen, and a new window pops up which will just give you the name of the symbol in the cycles application. It's just a confirmation window which tells you that this data has now uploaded. So we can now switch over or switch back to our cycles application here and go to my datasets. So we go back to our menu, go to datasets, and you might think about what to expect. You will see a new line here, which was not here before. Trust me, or we can try this. So this is a new data set which is now available in your cycles application. And you see here the same symbol reading as it was shown in the confirmation window of the motive wave screen. So we see here the prefix motive wave, we see the Bitcoin USD 1 minute, and then we see my ID here as the user who has uploaded this here. So we can just click open. And now we have the 1 minute chart we just saw on our charting platform right into our scanner. Yeah, so that's it. And you can do this with more or less each data sets or each time frame. So let's get back to my data sets. You see, we just have the 1 minute here. So let's assume now you also want to have, 1 minute makes no sense anyhow, but just to show you here, let's assume you're interested in the 20-minute chart, which might be more interesting for intraday. So we switch back to, we switch back to motive wave. We can close anyhow the 1 minute. So now we change our time frame here in our charting application here to the 20-minute chart. Now we have our 20-minute chart here. It will not be automatically pushed, so the data uploader will just run once you have put it to the chart to ensure that you will not overload tick by tick the data feed. So you need to rerun it. So in this case, we just go to the FSC data uploader. We go to edit. We don't need to do anything. We just say update. And here the message is, so it takes some milliseconds and you will see the confirmation message that we now have a new data feed. So we can switch then to our cycles application, which is here. I will just refresh the dataset window here by clicking a browser refresh here to reload this page. Now, as always, when you want to showcase it, it takes some time to reload. But as you can assume, you now here see two lines. There was just one line previous, the 1 minute. Now you see the 20 minutes is also there. We can go to open, and there we have you can review it here, our 20-minute Bitcoin in our cycle analyzer. And you know that there you will see the spectrum quite clearly. So here you have the active cycles now in the 20-minute Bitcoin data feed. So it's just now, about doing some clicks in your charting application and then opening the data set in our cycle analyzer. Now you can continue to do a cycle analysis here. So if we read the 170, this now is a 170 20-minute cycle, right? So you need now to be careful how to read the length of the cycles if you have these kind of strange data feed like a 20-minute data feed. So now you talk about 20-minute cycles with a length of 170. But I think if you're an intraday analyst, you know this anyhow. And let's do this a third time to explain how this works. So we will switch back to our chart. Let's assume now we will do a 2-hour analysis of Bitcoin. So we just change our charting time frame here to a 2-hour chart for Bitcoin, right? So that's the 2-hour chart. We do the same procedure. We click on our FSC data uploader. We go to edit. We just press the update button. We see the confirmation window that the data is there. We switch to our cycle application. We go to settings, my datasets, and here you see now there's the 1 minute, there's the 20 minute, and there's the 120 minute, which we have just uploaded. We go to open, and here is our 2-hour Bitcoin chart where we can start to do our cycle analysis, right? So it couldn't be simpler right away. So, and maybe just to validate here that each bar is now a distance of 2 hours. Yeah, and we have the history on chart. So let's just assume, you know, our last session was here last Monday on the 20th, where Bitcoin was around 30K. And I told you that we are right at the point where we will wait for the next upswing to start. And this is anyhow the point. You will not trade daily cycles right away. So you can just put down wait a second, I will just okay, so the 2-hour chart, I want to assume what happened here, moving down to the lower time frame. So therefore I will end the analysis now before the low took place, setting the endpoint of the analysis to this point in time. I will update this data set here so that now our analysis routine is not aware of the upswing, which just happened after Monday, where we did our last session here. So therefore, this is kind of out of sample analysis. We see one clear peak here in the spectrum with 175. You know, this is now a 2-hour cycle, that you know how to read this length information here. We can put it on the chart. And you see here and that's the beauty of cycles within cycles. This has been the situation last Monday if you followed the daily analysis, which we did here live on the channel. And now if you do your updates, not only on the weekly, on the higher time frame, then you can switch to the next lower time frame, where you can then better fine-tune entries or exit. I mean, never trade a forecast anyhow. We are not here to do trade recommendations, but the cycle forecast on the 2-hour chart told us exactly to, expect this up move here. I think this was at this point in time here. So by this timing window here, we are anyhow waiting for the upswing to start from the daily analysis. And the intraday cycle on 2-hour chart would recommend us this upswing here. So that's why I just mentioned I want to review the 2-hour cycle here together with you on the real example from last Monday. And I think now you know how to do this on your own. But key focus for today is special edition on how to integrate intraday data sets. So therefore, I will limit the session for this topic here, and I will not leave you with this topic without telling you how to get the new menu entry. So once you have created your upload key, you have installed the free community edition from MotiveWave just to start everything for free. You've connected your existing data feed, be it your TradeStation data feed, be it DDN IQ feed, be it Crypto Compare. You just open a chart, whatever you do, and then you need to integrate the menu. The way how to do this, I have made a forum entry for you. It's also already there, so you just need to move over to our forum.cycles.org, where we host our discussions here. The Cycles app inside forum, if you don't see it, you need to request access from our support team, Mark and Liz. This is available to all Analyst members. So in most cases, I would assume you have already. I have made an entry there about intraday data upload. And here you can download the file which is required to get the study, the dataset upload study, which you need to place into this folder here. Right, so that's the final step. Download or grab this file, put it into your folder, and afterwards you are able to see this entry here in the menu. After you've placed the file there, you will see the menu entry to push the data to the cycles application, and you get the data sets into your cycle application. Yes, this is a major step. This is a major step. I think we have promised, we have delivered. So that's why we are here. We want to make cycle analysis more easy for you. Yeah? We're not here to do trade recommendations, but the Foundation for the Study of Cycle wants to make cycle analysis as easy as possible. That's the reason we also improve to give you the features to do intraday cycle analysis. And I hope you understand now that we don't want to step into becoming a data feed provider. You don't need that. You have your data feed already in most cases. If you don't have, you should think about what intraday data feed you need anyhow, and grab it from your broker or whatever. We don't need to resell data feeds here. So the best way to do is, I would call it bring your own data feed, is you connect your data feed to the cycles application and we make it easy to do business with. So just 2 clicks and you push over your intraday charts to the cycle scanner, which makes it easy to do cycle analysis, right? So this is a major step here for us because in the previous sessions, we in most cases discussed about daily cycle analysis, as this is more easy to do, and our wrapper provides daily analysis. So if you're interested in daily cycle analysis, you anyhow don't need the stuff I've talked about today. This is only relevant if you want to step down into kind of intraday data sets, which we will not provide as a wrapper. But in case you have data feeds or charting platforms, this is now the way to make it easy to push over your intraday analysis. So you can just click your charts, add the FSC data uploader, click the button, move over to the cycle analyzer. And could it be more easier? No. So, I mean, the rest is up to you. You need to do the interpretation and to do the analysis. Yeah, this is where your knowledge is required. And it's even more important you have the knowledge than the application. So don't get too crazy. You need the knowledge what to do with it. So the first step is now that you are able to do it. And we are here to teach you anyhow. Okay, enough said. So I think today this is a special topic. I want to reach out to you, tell you how to do this. And just as an outlook, I will do a special episode telling you how you can do this directly from other charting applications in the future. I mean, anyhow, we will not be able to provide support for any charting application which might be out there. So the technical special session I will tell you how this was created for MotiveWave, and then you can create this with almost any scripting language from the existing charting applications. And that's where the community now can phase in and help each other to build similar script from other charting platforms. But that's a topic for a special edition on how this works. For today, I hope you like the Cycles TV. If you have not done the Bitcoin analysis, move back to what we have. Review now the 2-hour cycle I've just showed you. And I would recommend now go down to your desk or go back to your desk and do the intraday integration right away after the session. Anyhow, so let's close it for today. I will stay here for a second to review if you have any questions or if you would like to ask any questions. So I'm now here just monitoring the live flow. So let's see it. Yeah, I mean, that's now the interpretation. You commented on that the Amazon announcement shocked the prices, but in regards to cycles, cycles will drive, not news. If news come into alignment with the dominant cycle, then it gets interesting because you always need an external trigger to see the cycle unfold in whatever data set. So I would call this is an external trigger, which just activates or makes the cycle more visible now, which we've talked about a long time. So it's not Amazon, it's the cycles. I mean, we had this announcement from Elon Musk and in the past, where then always in the news media that was explained, Elon did a tweet and then the price jumped up and down. So, but don't follow the news. I mean, the news is just after the fact. And cycle analysis is a leading indicator. So see this as confirming external triggers in direction of the cycle. This is what we have been waiting for, by the way. And I would not be surprised to see similar announcements, which will then hook up on the cycle anyhow. Okay, Mark Jackson, you also had a question last week, but you can't reproduce, so yeah, no worries. If you would like to discuss this topic anyhow in the future, bring up your idea. Yeah, in the next session, I will then concentrate next week, next Monday, on some main market cycles, as I will leave it today for the special episode to show you how to do the intraday session. Okay, so as I think you have to do your own work before the questions will show up, so I will leave it up to you now to do exactly what I've showcased here today. Everything is there in front of you, and do the topics, and next week I will be here, and if you have issues, problems, questions to using what I've just explained, I will be here next week on Monday, same time, same place. So have fun, do your cycle analysis, and we will see you next week on Monday. Bye.